You're watching South Asia Newsline and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 23rd of June. Hours after India-US condemn Pak terror factory, infiltration bid foiled in Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan's economic meltdown spurs people in POK to risk lives to reach Europe. And Nepal court lifts ban on Indian films. Kathmandu mayor says he will defy order. And now for all the details. Standing together to counter global terrorism, US-India joint statement on Thursday strongly condemns cross-border terrorism and calls on Pakistan to act to ensure that its territory is not used to launch terrorist attacks. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Joe Biden also asked Islamabad to take action against the perpetrators of 26/11 Mumbai attacks and 2016 Pathankot airbase attack. However, hours after the statement, 4 terrorists from a Pakistan-based terror group were neutralized by security forces in India's Kupwara district as they tried to infiltrate across the border. India has long accused Pakistan helps terrorists to spread unrest in Jammu and Kashmir, an accusation Islamabad denies. In an effort to chalk out strategy for the 2024 general election, 15 opposition parties in India on Friday held a meeting in Patna city. The meeting, hosted by JDU Supremo Nitish Kumar, was aimed at formation of an anti-BJP front and to reach a common ground despite differences at the regional level.
मैंने मीटिंग में भी कहा यह विचारधारा की लड़ाई है और इसमें हम सब एक साथ खड़े हैं। हम में जरूर थोड़ी डिफरेंसेस होंगी, मगर हमने ये निर्णय लिया है कि हम एक साथ काम करेंगे, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी के साथ काम करेंगे और जो हमारी विचारधारा है जिसको हम शेयर करते हैं उसकी हम रक्षा करेंगे।
The ruling BJP termed the meeting a photo session. BJP President JP Nadda, taking a jibe, said the leaders who once fought tooth and nail with the main opposition Congress are now welcoming them to their doorsteps. He added the hurdling of these parties only shows their desperation for gaining power.
यही लालू प्रसाद यादव पूरे 22 महीने जेल, कांग्रेस की इंदिरा गांधी, राहुल की दादी ने इसको जेल में डाला था। यही नीतीश कुमार पूरे 20 महीने जेल की शिक्षों के पीछे कांग्रेस पार्टी की इंदिरा गांधी ने डाला था, यही राहुल गांधी की दादी ने डाला था। आज पटना की धरती पर राहुल को आदर सहित उनको स्वागत करते हुए जब मैं इनकी तस्वीरें देख रहा हूं तो मुझे याद आता है कि राजनीति में क्या से क्या हो गया।
In another embarrassment for Pakistan, ex-PM Imran Khan has revealed that former Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa frequently told him that the Pak Army was not equipped or prepared for a war with India. Khan's statement to think tank Atlantic Council has confirmed Pakistani journalist Hamid Mir's claims that Bajwa admitted to him as well that Pakistan Army is no match to India. Khan also questioned the grit of Bajwa for revealing confidential details to the journalists. The PTI chief has been at loggerheads with Bajwa ever since his ouster as Prime Minister last April. The Greece boat tragedy, in which hundreds of Pakistanis and residents of POK have lost their lives, has put a spotlight on the impact of the ongoing economic meltdown in the region. A report.
Relatives of the victims of the Greece migrant boat tragedy in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir have lamented the economic meltdown back home had forced their loved ones to risk their lives to reach Europe. 47-year-old Hamid Iqbal Bhatti had paid $7,600 to a trafficker, hoping to improve his situation as work avenues have dried up in POK. While sky-high inflation due to Islamabad's policies is blowing a hole in people's budget. But little did he know his dreams would be shattered like this.
खुशहाल कौन अपने घर से निकलता है कि जो एक टाइम था इन बच्चों को जो मुंह से निकालते थे, जो पेनों को इनका दिल करता था खाने को, दिल करता, वो सब कुछ प्रोवाइड करते थे। लेकिन ये 3 साल से जो दिन ब दिन तो उनके लिए ज़हनी परेशानी भी बना हुआ था कि कल क्या होगा हमारा।
Numerous others in Pakistan have also encountered similar fates this year. 38-year-old Mohammad Nadeem was aboard a boat that sank off Libya in February, killing more than 70.
ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰੀ ਨਾਲ ਪੇਟ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਆਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਵਾਂ, ਮੈਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਮੁਸਤਕਿਲ ਬਣਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਵਾਂ, ਮੇਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਲੰਘ ਗਈ, ਮੈਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੁਛ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂ, ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਲਾਉਣ ਦਾ, ਮਕਾਨ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਰੀਆ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦਾ, ਅੱਗੋਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਪਤਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋਣੀ।
Pakistan's economic crisis has widely hit growth and jobs. A rapidly depreciating currency and external deficit has led the government to adopt drastic measures to avoid default. But most people believe the crisis won't end soon.
The Sri Lankan Navy has arrested 22 Indian fishermen on board 4 trawlers for allegedly poaching in the country's territorial waters. The Navy, in a statement on Thursday, said that 22 fishermen were to be handed over to the Mailadi Fisheries Inspector for onwards legal proceedings. India and Sri Lanka share an expansive oceanic border without any perceptible demarcation. Fishermen from both the countries frequently stray into each other's territory while netting their catch and end up spending years in jails. After a court in Nepal lifted the ban on screening of Indian movies in Kathmandu, the city's mayor Balendra Shah has refused to abide by the ruling. The Patna High Court in an interim order said the screenings of films that has been allowed by censor board cannot be stopped, the Kathmandu Post reported. Opposing the court order, Shah has called the High Court and Nepal government as slaves of India. Shah said he is ready to face any punishment but cannot allow the screening when the question is about sovereignty of Nepal. Adipurush, starring Indian actors Prabhas and Kriti Senan, has mired in controversy in Nepal over a dialogue which mentions Sita as India's daughter. The controversy had led to the ban on screening of Indian movies in Kathmandu and nearby districts. With the upcoming Muslim holiday of Eid al-Adha just days away, cattle markets in the Bangladeshi capital Dhaka were bustling with life on Friday as sellers brought their livestock from different corners of the country in preparation for the sacrificial slaughter of the animals. Amid high inflation and skyrocketing food and fuel prices, buyers are however reserved as cattle prices have increased by multifold this year. Some customers were seen haggling with sellers while many people simply browsed through the sheds, waiting for the prices to drop. Marking the willingness of Ibrahim to sacrifice his son on God's command, Muslims celebrate the Eid holiday by slaughtering cattle and goats. The meat is shared among family and friends and donated to the poor. The celebrations are expected to begin from June 29 this year in Bangladesh. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.